we can get the love going on tonight. We can get the love going on tonight.
Hey guys, it's Brittney and happy Brittney year! Day number 2 or day number 27, I don't know. But this is my new thing I'm doing on my channel. We are counting down until 2018 together. So I thought it'd be just, you know, a fun little thing. I also want to point out, I am so glad you guys are enjoying my new intro with the fireworks, that song. Girl, that song's been stuck in my head since I found it. I was like, this is perfect for my intro. I love it. So I'm glad you guys have been jamming to the song. You've just been dancing little hearts out. So that makes me happy. Today's video, guys, you guys are always asking me if anything paranormal is happening in my life in this moment right now, and I always say no. I never experience anything. Every paranormal experience that I believe is paranormal on my channel, I have already said on my channel. I'm not one of those channels who make up BS stories and say they're haunted every day. I don't do that, and I can't believe people buy into that stuff. I just, you know, I'm an actual paranormal channel and I don't experience anything. Like you guys know, I've experienced stuff on location. I mean, I have solid evidence. I believe I am proud of what I have gathered. Those are in all of my investigations. But it's not like I'm haunted, you know what I mean? Like I see a ghost every day. Girl, I wish. You guys know, I wish that I could see stuff every day. I don't see anything. I am so thankful I saw that dark figure at Eastern State Penitentiary in my adult life. That made my entire life, well, not my entire life, but okay, pretty much it did. And I want to see more of that, you know? And I'm a huge believer, so you would think that spirits would want to show themselves to me, but no. So we're kind of going back in time to stuff that I experienced when I was a little girl, and I'm kind of bringing it back to my channel because a lot of people don't remember those videos I made back in the day because that was like long time ago. And the story I'm going to tell you guys today, I actually mentioned it yesterday and a lot of you were like, what? When did this happen? So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to bring back this story. I'm bringing back another story that you may see actually tomorrow, which I think is kind of a good time for bringing back these stories because it's like the end of 2017. Even though these encounters didn't happen in 2017, you know what I mean? Just before the new year. So I mentioned yesterday when I saw Abraham Lincoln in my basement when I was a little girl. Now, if you guys have been with me forever, back in 2012 or 2013, I made a video called My Paranormal Experiences, and that's when I talked about the green hand. I mentioned the whole Abraham Lincoln thing. So I thought, since a lot of you were asking me yesterday, what the heck, you saw Abraham Lincoln, I thought, let's bring back that story and tell you guys, since I have a lot more subscribers today. And for those of you who have never seen that video originally, I just thought I would tell you guys today because it is really creepy. It's a very short story too, but basically, one day, you know, I was a little girl and I was playing in my basement, like at the house that I grew up in. And it's the house where I filmed Orphans at and the original Bloody Mary on my channel from 2007. So it was that house. So I was in the basement and I was playing with my friend one day, and if you turn, okay, so it's kind of like in this big circle, that basement. So when you go through the door and you turn to the right and you kind of go around, there is a furnace. Now I remember there was a man that came from behind that furnace. Actually, hold on, should I? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna grab a prop for this, hold on. Okay, so I have this hat right here. This is an Abraham Lincoln hat, well, it's a top hat, but I got it in Gettysburg and I got it because of Abraham Lincoln. So I saw a man come out from behind the furnace and he looked just like Abraham Lincoln. So that's why I say I saw Abraham Lincoln. Now, what I want to say is, I am not claiming that I saw Abraham Lincoln. When I was just a kid, right? I had a huge imagination growing up. I still have a huge imagination. This man looked like Abraham Lincoln. He had a top hat on and he was wearing it. I'm not gonna take off this hat because my hair looks like crap, so that's why I've been wearing these back. This is actually my Mothman hat I got from the Mothman Museum. So I'm just like, you know, wearing it because my hair looks like crap. So he had his hat on, and when he saw me, he took his hat off. You know what I mean? Just, he was very like polite. He just took his hat off and went like that to me. And I remember I was staring at him that's pretty much it. It was Abraham Lincoln, and it's so weird because I wasn't scared, and I mean, you guys know me, I'm not scared in my adult life either, but seeing that as a child, you would think that you would be terrified. Like, what the heck? Like, I thought I was alone in this basement with my friend, we're playing, all of a sudden this man who looks like Abraham Lincoln comes out of nowhere with this top hat that he's wearing, and he takes it off and just, you know, oh my god, my hat is backwards. But yeah, like this, and then he just goes like that to me. Now, I was recently reading through my comments on my paranormal experiences video back from 2012, 2013, and everyone is saying, what if it wasn't Abraham Lincoln and it was the Hat Man? Now, I made a video about the Hat Man back in like 2012, 2013. I mean, that is a possibility. I don't know. I'm not saying it's Abraham Lincoln, like, just hear me out. I'm not saying that the reason why I say it's Abraham Lincoln is because it looked just like him. It could have been someone else. It could have been my imagination. But I really did see that, but like, who knows? Was it really a ghost? Was it really Abraham Lincoln? Was it all in my head? I will never know for sure, but it's something that has stayed with me, and it's really weird. And another thing that ties in with this whole Abraham Lincoln thing is, you guys know my obsession and love for the United States. I truly believe that I was an American in a previous life, if previous lives even are a thing. I mean, I don't know, sometimes I believe, sometimes I'm just like, I mean, I don't know. I believe sometimes, and other times I'm just like, maybe. You know, like, I don't know. That doesn't even make sense. So I believe sometimes, and sometimes I don't believe. I don't know. But it's just, I've always had this weird connection with the United States. I still gotta make a video about past lives, but there's just something about that country, and I just feel like, I mean, this might sound crazy. I don't know if I was a president. A lot of you guys think I was Mary Todd, which was Abraham Lincoln's wife. And it makes sense because it's like I have this weird connection with him. Girl, I don't know. And you guys know, every time I see Abraham Lincoln statues, like, I'm always taking pictures with those statues. I freaking love Gettysburg because, like, you know, the whole town is pretty much dedicated to him. That's where I got this top hat from, and I wore it around Gettysburg. When I went to Washington, D.C., I went to the White House store and I bought Abraham Lincoln knee socks, and I still wear those. Like, I was wearing those actually the other day. People give me weird looks. I'm just like, what? And I guess because I'm like Canadian too, and I'm just like, it's just so weird. I don't know. I've just always felt like an American. Like, I just belong in that country. I know it's like the weirdest thing, but this goes back to when I was like 5 years old. I used to always wear, I still do, American outfits. Like, it's just, I would tell people I was from the US. I have no memory of, you know, living in the US if I did have a past life, but it's just something that I'm so connected with, and I'm always in the United States. I'm there way more than I am in Canada. All of my investigations have been in the United States. I mean, I've done some in Canada, but majority have been in the United States. But that's pretty much my story. I just thought I would tell you guys because, I don't know, it's just something so crazy, and I wish I could experience stuff like that today. The closest thing was seeing that dark figure at Eastern State Penitentiary, and that was just something that is so crazy for me. And I told you guys, since I did go see a psychic recently, I will tell you snippets of my psychic experience throughout my channel. So I asked her about the guy, the dark figure. Sorry, I'm kind of just like thinking about other things that are just like happening right now in my life. So I asked her about the dark figure I saw, and I just said to her, like, did I really see him? Because I know that I did, but I just kind of wanted to ask her. I mean, she could have been BSing me, like I said to you guys before, but I just said to her, like, did I really see him? Is he part of my entourage? She said he's not part of my entourage, but she said, yeah, you really did see him. He showed himself to you because he trusted you. So I was like, okay, you know, that makes sense. So I hope so. And you know, it meant a lot to me that he did show himself to me. It really meant a lot to me, and I just, you know, I wish I could go back to that moment and just relive it and just kind of, you know, I was in shock, and I couldn't believe what I saw. It just happened so fast. But seeing Abraham Lincoln behind my furnace, it was the most random thing, you know. I had other experiences in that house, like you guys know that green hand, which I've told so many times on my channel. Like, maybe I'll tell it, like, I don't know, 10 years from now, I don't know. But the green hand, the dark figure that was in the forest behind my backyard, like literally right behind my backyard, that's where that happened. So my house that I grew up in was not haunted. I just want to make that clear. It was not haunted. I experienced some weird stuff. I can't prove it. Like, was it paranormal? I don't know. It was weird. It could have been my head. I could have been hallucinating. But the green hand, I can see how that could have been a hallucination. I definitely saw it. Maybe it was sleep paralysis. I mean, I don't know. Abraham Lincoln though, I was wide awake. I was playing in the basement with my friend and he just came out of nowhere and just, you know, let me do that again with the hat. He just was wearing it and he just, you know, kept doing that to me. Like he kept, you know what I mean? He kept doing it. So I don't know what that was all about. I don't know, but that is something that is super weird. So I thought I would share it with you guys again. I will be sharing another story that happened to me 7 years ago. About 7 years ago, and I already made a video about it years ago, but that video didn't even, I mean, like, nobody watched it. I mean, no one watches my videos anyway. My views are terrible, but I will say it again. So if you guys, I mean, I'm just gonna say it again because I think it's a very interesting story, and it's one of my favorite experiences that I've had, even though something that happened to me during that experience is something that I'm absolutely terrified of. So, and Zach Bagans experienced the same thing after I did, so I was quite excited about that. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, you rock my world in the song lyrics. Michael Jackson, hashtag team Brittney44, hashtag Barillarins. Hey! So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
So we can get the left.